Yo, Bounce fam, what's going on? Happy middle of the week. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday today, here in the U.S. at least. First and foremost, I want to just say a quick thank you to everyone who took part in the Founders Collection. You guys really knocked it out of the park. We got a bunch of orders. I can't wait to bring these orders to you guys so you guys can share them and, basically, for those of you that don't know about the Founders Collection, what it was, the mods and I, we kind of got together and we were like, hey, our group's about to hit 1,000 members. We want to do something significant, something special. We want it to be more than just like, oh, here's a 1K patch. So we wanted it to be different. So basically, we took on the legwork of allowing the first 1,000 members of the group, on that date to create their own custom bag from our lineup of different bags in our collections, like the 3DC, the 5DC, the Omni Tote, Dappers, the backpacks, whatever we had, we allowed people to customize it. And like, I'm blown away by the customizations. Like, they are going to be shipping. I'd say I'm pushing for the end of the month, but if not the end of the month, then early next month. In July, we'll be getting these out to everyone. Definitely, you guys will have these for, your summer adventures and whatnot. And I really can't wait to see these getting used and putting out awesome pictures of your adventures on, Bounce Design Labs Facebook group, online, Instagram, other groups. I can't wait to see it. I'm sure we'll get some YouTube reviews in there, which will be fantastic as well. But now, for the start of the show, I want to talk about this guy here, which is called the Dapper Mota. So first of all, big shout out to Mr. Brent Parkman. Brent actually named this bag for us, and as such, we ran we posed a question on our group, and we said, hey, we need help naming the bag, and whoever comes up with the name that we keep, you get to pick one of these bags for yourself. So Brent, definitely hit me up, because you have won one of these bags, and definitely watch the video, everyone, because you're going to find out exactly what bags we've developed for this initial release of this brand new Dapper Mota. So what is the Dapper Mota, first of all, right? So Mota comes from, it basically means thick or chunky in various Indian languages. Now, why is that important, right? So our bags are designed here in South Windsor, Connecticut, and they are cut and sewn in India. And we wanted to kind of really bring that across. We had already started bringing it across with the vibrant colors, as you guys will see on the straps. But then we came up, or I should say Brent came up with this name that really tied everything together, and we were really blown away by it. So we also wanted to say thank you so much to Brent for helping us out with that. Now, the Dapper in general, I have the original Dapper, the OG Dapper, which has now been renamed to the Mini, for obvious reasons. We don't want to confuse anyone. But as you guys can see, the Dapper Mini compared with the Dapper Mota is, a little different. This one holds about half the volume that this one does. Clocks in at about 2.5 liters-ish. This one is right under 5 liters, okay? And then we have the, should I show it? Should I not show it? I guess this is the one that's handy, so... And I dropped a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, don't worry. I was going to hold off on this because I have a very limited quantity of these. A lot of people have been asking me for this. This is the Dapper Satchel Plus. This one here is a super premium variant. This is done in Ultra 400 TX. Has the really beautiful Ultra Discovery on the inside, the twill. Anyhow, this is the full-size Dapper, right? The Dapper Plus. As you guys can see, it's bigger than the Dapper Mota in every which way except the width of this bag. As you can see, this is the Dapper Mota, this boy thick, and this one over here is, well, not so thick, slender, right? Now, it's designed to hold things a little bit differently. If you're going to be carrying an iPad Pro, the 11-inch model, and you're going to be carrying, like, some knickknacks and, maybe a slim charging bank and everything, this will be really good for that water bottle. That all fit in there. However, if you want to be carrying something, thicker items like let's say, I'll give you an example of what I fit in here. So I've been able to fit a Canon mirrorless in here with an extra lens. I've been able to fit battery packs with that. I've even been able to fit a Mavic Mini, the under 250 gram version drone in here with the whole kit and caboodle that you need to make it work. All right, that was actually very impressive if you think about it, because I'm thinking now, when I'm going off on a trip, maybe I want to just throw this in my bag and keep it with me, because it's very versatile. It's like a huge dump. It's like huge multiple dump pockets with just the right amount of organization that you can just take this bag and go wherever you need to go. Now, I want to talk about 3 things about this bag and why this came to be and why this is, right? So, number 1, I feel like people want bags that are going back to simpler times. I've seen a lot of bags coming out that, they're basically really, really streamlined, and they don't have any crazy features with them. There's no magnets to attach things to, and I love magnets as much as the next guy, but sometimes you just want a bag that's simple. So, we built a bag that's simple. Of course, no corners were cut in the bag. Bag is still made to Bounce Design Lab specs. However, you guys will see over here, we have this really buttery smooth YKK reverse coil zipper. The colors we took into account to match them on all the bags is as good as possible. Same thing with the Velcro. The straps are attached, and we have some really, really nice colors like I mentioned. So that was the first thing, right? The second thing was weight savings. So a lot of people are like, we wish the bags were lighter, again, because, the thing with the magnets makes them heavy. And listen, those bags aren't going anywhere. We're still going to have the 3DC, the 5DC, the Dapper Plus. Those are all going to be in the lineup. We just are introducing this because this is a bag that you can feel really comfortable about just grabbing and going. Like, you don't have to worry about, like fidgeting with anything. Just treat it like a big dump pocket. Throw whatever you want in it. Organize it if you want it organized. Don't organize it if you don't want it organized. Do whatever you want. You want to put a bunch of cans of a beer, a soda, or whatever you want. Do that. Do whatever you want. Fun fact: you can actually, and I've actually tested this, so you can actually take one of those Yeti ice packs and stuff it in here and keep drinks cold. Which is, I'm gonna get to the magic behind that in a second, but that is kind of the second thing, the weight savings. And when I mean weight savings, like, I just want to do this really quick. I don't have anything super scientific here, but I do have my Rollo shipping scale over here. I'm just going to lay it out right here for you guys so you guys can see. Let's just get it to 0. There we go. We're at 0. So first, what I'm going to weigh is I'm going to weigh this Bounce Design Labs 3DC Sky High Edition. Doesn't have the strap on it, but it has the admin panel on it. This one clocks in at about 15.2 ounces. I bet if you were to add the strap, you're probably, whatever, a little bit heavier. The Dapper Satchel Plus, this is in the Ultra 400 TX material, is 1 pound, 5.4 ounces. Okay? That's this. So now, when I take one of these bags, we'll just take this, I'll grab this one here. This is the X50. Look at that. 9, and it's got the strap. The strap is here. Everything is here. 9.5 ounces is what this bag weighs in at. 9.5 ounces, right? So, I mean, that's a ridiculous amount of weight savings. Now, how do you save all that weight? Well, you don't have magnets inside of it. That's going to save a lot of weight. And we use this really, really, really incredible liner from Challenge Sailcloth. So this bag is the first bag that we've done that has Dimension Polyant fabric, X-Pack, and also has Challenge Sailcloth fabric. And this fabric is something that I don't think anyone else has ever used. I'm pretty sure we're the first makers to use this fabric in bags. This is actually called Challenge Sailcloth Sail Sport 30. This is a full sailcloth. I mean, it feels like very reminiscent of like a very durable parachute fabric, and I love this. So, how this came to be. I have actually been trialing this fabric for something else. And I'll tell you guys what. First person to guess what I've been using this fabric, what I've been trying to build with this fabric, gets one on the house. But it's got to be in the comments, and I'm gonna sort through the comments maybe in about a week's time. All right. But what I really, really like about this fabric is, check this out. So the opacity, The translucent nature of the fabric is really cool to me, right? Like, look, I put my measuring tape in there, and even though it's closed up and there's no mesh over here like there is on the opposite side, I can still see through what's in there. So that's really, really cool, right? But again, it's a very, very strong, it's light, but it's super, super, super strong. Like you can see, this is a really strong, I'm pushing against it. This is a really, really strong fabric, really, really durable. Of course, Challenge sailcloth, Sil Sport. This is the type of fabric that if you wanted to build an umbrella, for example, this is the fabric that you would use to build that umbrella, right? So there's your waterproofing right there. Water will just run off of this. Why it works so really, really good when you have all waterproof fabrics being used on the inside with hydrophobic nylon, right? It works really, really good if you just put one of those Yeti ice packs in and you drop your cans in there. Now, of course, you know, it'll sweat a little bit and everything, but that's no problem. Flip it inside out and just turn it over and wring it out, right? We didn't really want to go and put those little holes on the bottom because we're not expecting you guys to go rucking with this or whatever, but that is the inside of this bag. And all of the versions that you see here on the table are all designed with dimension polyene on the outside, okay? For colors, we have Multicam Black, which is X50. We have Multicam Tropic, which is X50. We have the Sedona Orange, which is X51. You guys remember we did this in the 4DC. Came out really, really beautiful. Then we have RVX25, right, which is the Blaze Orange. And then we have the VX21. We went with VX21 versus VX42 for the lightweight weight savings. And this one here actually has this really cool purple liner, also Sil Sport 30 from Challenge Sailcloth. And this one over here is the VX21 in black. All right? And they all have these like really cool, funky, these funky straps going on. The Multicam Black has a tonal black strap going on. The these three over here, they have this like cool disco pattern strap going on. And then this one over here, the Sedona Orange, has, I don't want to say muted because it's not muted, but I guess compared to this one, I can say this one's a little bit more of this kind of film strip Art Deco feel, which I really, really dig is what's going on with this. All right. So that is the kind of the overview of the bag. Now, the third thing I wanted to talk about was price, right? So price has been one of these things that have kind of come up in discussions, and it's not really coming up because of maybe Bounce Design Labs. It's coming up because there's a lot of makers out there that are releasing bags, and the bags are just going like up in value, right? Or I should say up in price. I can't say they're really going up in value, but they're going up in price. And what that's really doing is it's, I guess, suffocating people in a way. And again, as a consumer first company, right? Like what I mean is I'm a consumer first, maker second. So I really understand where, like, we all have a finite amount of income. Like we don't all have like billions of dollars we can just keep on throwing at bags and they'll just replenish our account every day. It doesn't work like that, right? So we have to be really, really conscious about what we purchase. So the reason this is really important to me is because I want you guys to buy this bag at a very fair price that we're going to announce, right? And I want this to be kind of like the gateway for you guys to Bounce Design Labs. If you haven't tried the company, then definitely this is the time to do it, right? Because then you're going to see if, hey, the price that we're offering it as, is this bag right on par? Should it be that price? Or is it a steal where we could have priced this bag definitely more than what we are, and you guys are getting a great value? And obviously, if you feel otherwise, please feel free to post it. We are all about customer feedback. We love hearing what everyone has to say. So that being said, I'm just going to grab, I'll just grab this one over here, Multicam Tropic, and I'm just going to show you the layout of the bag, right? So as you guys can see, the layout of the bag is, it's got kind of this like dual, this dual compartment setup going on, right? So you got your main compartment up top, and in the main compartment, which I can show you easier on this bag, you have this pocket over here, right? And then you have this pocket in the back, which if you've had any Bounce Design Lab slings before or other packs, very, very traditional for us. We have a drop pocket in the back, and then we have these bifurcated pockets right over here that are basically split up so you can put small items, see them right through the mesh, all right? So that's how the inside of that works. No magnets, okay? On the back of this bag, we've actually added some really nice EVA foam right here to give you some comfort when you have different objects in the bag that may be sharp or pointy, or they're not exactly straight, whatever. You got some comfort over here. And the resurgence of the rear pocket, if you guys remember, we went to these pockets, the hidden secret stash pocket on the 3DC and the 5DC models, and the 4DC has that full clamshell, and I kind of really miss this pocket. And of course the Dapper Plus does have it, the Dapper OG, or the Dapper Mini we're calling it now, has it, but this one here kind of really reminds me of that traditional back sling pocket. All right, so just so you can drop your iPhone or your Android phone or whatever phone you're using, or your wallet, that kind of stuff. All right, now on the inside of this pocket over here, what you're gonna see is on the inside of this pocket you have another big drop cavity, right? Like you could just drop more stuff in here, and this holds a good amount of stuff. Again, using my tape as reference, I mean, I put so much bigger stuff in this, like it just swallows it up. You can add so much stuff in this, and then even in the front pocket, more stuff can go in there. So that is the outside of this bag and the inside of this bag. And this is the Dapper Mota. Once again, thank you to Brent Parkman for coming up with the name for this one. We really appreciate you doing that for us, and we couldn't be happier with the name. We love it. We think it fits really nicely. And of course, if anyone has questions, concerns, comments, opinions, whatever on the Dapper Mota, please either drop it in the comments below or join us on the Facebook group. Just search up Bounce Design Labs on Facebook, join our group, and take part in the discussion over there. Myself or the moderators will be very happy to answer your questions. So hopefully this was a cool overview of what we have coming up, and we will see you guys in the comments. Thank you so much, and have a great week ahead.